to make a little live out of this. I'm gonna have you in the clip here, so I'll check comment whenever I can. And also, I'm gonna have you hanging off of my jacket. So, not really any way to set this thing up yet. So, hopefully, the jacket will get the shot. If not, I'm sorry for the hopefully that's getting the shot. This thing's leaking gas everywhere, so I need to remedy that situation first. Without breaking the nip off the bottom of the gas tank. Hopefully we're getting the shot. I got a picture of what this fuel does in the cold. I never seen fuel like, it's almost like it was freezing. And this true fuel stuff isn't supposed to have like any ethanol in it. Not sure what the deal was with that. I think I got enough line here to replace all of these lines, because all of these lines are in horrible shape. I'm going to be smoking on this job, that's for sure. Alright, choke assembly, tools, gloves, that's the other side. I gotta get a razor blade out of my car. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. Take the opportunity to check some comments. What's up, bud? Watching me work on the snowblower. I had to get a razor blade out of my car. I can clean that flange. It just so happens I should have one right in the console here. Right. I know what it is. it's definitely cold. I got I got my face mask on. Well, there was a razor blade in here. Did it fucking fall out under the seat? That's not good. There was one. Fuck. There's no way it would have fallen out onto the seat. I know I had one up here. I don't know what to do. I'll let Dawn know that she left her her purse in the car. If you're still watching. Well, I should have some in here. Oh my god, I had so many razor blades and now they're all gone. What the I had one inside that kit for the longest time. I kept it in there for a specific reason. Dad gave me a bunch the other day. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, the box is at home. I had a whole box, but that's at home. Boom. Yeah. See, I wasn't looking hard. These aren't the ones I was looking for, but it'll work. This is from when I did Brandon's car, and I had to buy like a whole scrape. Actually, I was going to buy a whole scrape. I came across those. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys back on the clip so I can't see comments until I check them out. Well, be upset if I don't answer right away. Oh, I got snot running out of my face. Mo said he was making barley soup. He was going to give us some to take home. That's not something I would normally be into, but I'm sure Dawn would like it, so I'll give it a try, but I am a picky bastard. Alright, get this out of here. It'd be a whole lot nicer if I had like Scott brake pad. I know I don't have that. Something I'm gonna have to invest in. No vacuum leaks on the carburetor. I really wish I had a Scott brake pad. That doesn't look the best. I'm gonna have to do. leak. Drain all this shit out of here. All of it. And see what comes out of here. We're replacing this hose anyways, so we are not gonna fuck with it. If it wants to fuck with me, then I will stab it. Got it. Do not fuck with me. I need to make sure that rod don't get bent. I don't know how this thing is still holding so much fuel. I had it clamped off last night. Hopefully I'm getting the shot. If not, I'm sorry. Got gas all over my hands now, so I'm not particularly wanting to be touching my phone. How are we gonna do this? Go like this. No, I don't think I want to do that. Do this. Like this. Do that. I'm probably gonna need this piece here. It's probably not on the new car. This hose here. I need a rag. That's what I need. I need a rag. Melt some snow. I need a rag. Back to the car. I should just fucking pull the car over here, shouldn't I? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well, then I'll block the driveway and Mel won't be able to get in, so we won't do that. Take the opportunity to check the comments. What we got? Hello, Rebecca Chadwick. Oh, we're empty. Alright, that's alright. Back in the apparatus here. I'm looking for rags. Ask and he shall receive. He's got looking over there. Alright. What I'm gonna need is this. This. Like that. Alright. Alrighty. Clean this thing. Gotcha. clip the very end of that off. Sure, I'm getting a shot. I'm trying. I also got to concentrate on getting the job done too. I should fucking hose this thing down. Wow, this can is fucked. Holy shit. It's leaking everywhere. Alright, that's as much as we do that. Fuck. This thing is a fucking dirty, filthy mess. Does that bend for me, or was that like that? I was like that. I didn't do that. That's all from, that's a blow-by tube right there. Clean it off a little bit. Fucking things. Yeah, this can is fucked, dude. It's leaking everywhere. Just take pride in your work, people, you know? It's cold as fuck out here, but I'm still... I'm not doing as good as I would if it was beautiful out. Develops a leak or something, I'll see it right away. Instead of it being all caked up. Okay. Alright, that's good enough. That's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that. Okay. Alright, carburetor. Carburetor. It's bolt tight. Hope so. Yep. It's supposed to be too tight. That's tight. See, the old carburetor was leaking right here. He got this one fitting, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna work well enough to. I think it was coming out of here and just leaking right down. I don't know if this would have been replaceable, and I mean, they sold the part, so I guess it is replaceable, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have them get a rebuild kit for it, and I'll See if I can get that in there and he can have a spare carb. That'd be cool. We got a gasket. There's the part. I'm gonna get a rebuild kit, and later on I'll try to put that in. You can have a spare carb. Alright. So, carburetor. Fucking Torx bits for bolts. And then the screws that hold the choke actuator at the end of the carburetor were all fucked up. That was lovely. I had to take them out with a pair of vice grips. I'm hoping they go back in. And then this thing doesn't have a fucking air filter on it. The choke actuator bolts onto here with a rod that goes up through there, and then that's it. There's nothing to bolt the air cleaner housing or nothing. I'm insane. Oh, it does have that. I was almost getting ahead of myself. Almost. All right. I'll put it in place. I wish I had a longer Torx bit, but I do not. This is not the way to do this, nor would I suggest anybody do it this way. I'm kind of limited on what I got. I wasn't expecting the thing that Torx bits. That's what'll keep me from over torquing things though. Is that my car that just started up? No, I got my keys in my pocket. Unless Don has keys. Anyway, there we go. Hey Bruce, how are you? It was leaking from this fitting, this white fitting right here. He did get the fitting, but he ended up buying a whole carburetor, so I may end up rebuilding that carburetor. Hey, leaf blower to blow snow off if it's fluffy enough. Good idea. Alright. So let's see. That lock washer is plenty. That's plenty crushed down, so that should be tight enough. See if I can fit a different size hex bit in there somewhere. I need to get a set of Torx bits like this. That's what I need to do. Yeah, that's just gonna strip things out. And I don't have long Torx bits. I have a Torx bit set, but it's at the bottom of my bag, and it's all the same size sockets as the one I have here. So, all right, next thing we gotta worry about is I gotta replace this line, and I gotta hook up the, I don't know if I hook up the, if it'll be in the way. I'll do that after. I'll just do it after. Because the screws are all fucked up. And getting messages. I got. Harbor Freight sending me. Must have been my email. Don't miss out on special deals from Harbor Freight. I'm fucking broke, dude. Come up with $230 for a fucking course of water I paid for. Is this a straight line going to the other side, or is it got a hard line in the middle of it that it fucking clips to? I'm not a small. Well, when I was in my youth, I was a small engine mechanic. When I was a kid, and I used to mess around with these in Grandpa's backyard. That was many moons ago. Yeah, it's just one hose. This. And again, if anyone's leaving comments and I'm not responding right away, it's because I got you guys clipped to my shirt. I am checking them periodically. I'm gonna rip this fucking wire out. I can already see it. Just sit somewhere. I would unplug it, but it doesn't unplug very easily. It's weird. Lawnmower stuff. Yeah, it's just gonna fucking rip right out. Doing shit like that. Yeah, it's like some kind of sensor thing. And I don't want to fuck with it at all. Like, at all. That's where it's supposed to sit. I'll just put you right there for right now. I should just take this fucking thing right outside. That's what I want to do. I'm sick of working cramped up in here. It's not that windy. Take this fucker right out of here. Getting ahead of yourself, Mike. Getting ahead of yourself. think that's why I didn't want to take this out, because if I don't get it started, it ain't going back in. I'm sick of crouching around it and stuff. I didn't have a nice seat before. I'm not taking extra shit apart just to run a fuel line, which is probably going to end up happening. I need to look in there. Oh, these tires are fucking low. It's like a spot for it to go, but it ain't fucking much of one. Holy shit, dude. What is that? Ugh. It's like an area for it to go through. Is that what that is? Hopefully it runs through there. It's got to. I ain't got nowhere else to run it. Since I wrapped it or ran it around, I could run it around it. If I have enough hose. Because running it through there kind of sucks. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it was rubbing through right here. It would almost be smart. Oh, I got the exhaust right here. That's probably why. Alright, well, you know, the guys that made this thing are smarter than I am, so. And this guy gets stuff, he gets it all, you know. I'm insane. Yes, I'm insane. I'm insane. I'm insane. Well, I'm gonna take this opportunity, have a smoke, check the comments before I start getting more involved with fuel. No comments. This guy's got an awesome backyard. I used to play back here when I was a kid. Right there used to be a big above ground pool. It was just a year or two ago that he got rid of it. That thing was there ever since I was a little kid. That fucking swing set back there, I remember me and his oldest son. We were like best friends back then. I remember jumping off of that thing hours. And then right behind this shed is like a kind of a hill. We used to roll down that hill for fucking hours. Alright. No new comments. About 36 minutes into the job. That ice falling down there. Put the guys back on. I almost needed like a piece of wire. Probably should have done this before I put the carburetor on, now that I'm thinking of it. Probably would have been smart of me, but like I said, I ain't too smart. This thing's getting fucking pulled on, like majorly. You know, I don't like this at all. And I'm gonna try to unplug it from here and it's gonna break. Yeah. Right? Something's telling me to just take that bolt out and let it hang, but I just do not want to fuck with it. Something's telling me I'm taking this carburetor back off. That wire there too. Fucking yank on anything. Shit. That's gonna be a problem. I should have found the connector and fucking pulled it through with the old hose. But again, not very smart. I guess I could take the starter off, but I don't want to. This hose is bigger than that one too. I gotta route it a different way. I can't route it through that fucking hose barely fit in there. The only problem with that is the exhaust is over there. It's not ideal. Take the fucking carburetor back off and see. Push it through. I really don't think I can. So I already know how this conversation's gonna go. I mean, once this is on here, I can run it down through here and over. I gotta have a powwow with the owner of this thing, so I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream here. I gotta have a powwow with the owner. See what he thinks of my plan. To the next one, guys. I'll give you a heads up.